Heart and Soul TV. My name is Morgan Miller.
And I am Jackie Herrera.
I never get sick of hearing that.
All right, well, let's get right into that Heart and Soul ticker. Now, do you believe in loving yourself? You know, we spend so much time loving other people, especially during the holidays, that we often forget to love ourselves.
Luckily, though, our guest today believes in self-love and self-acceptance, and they're both critical elements in achieving your dreams. So please welcome Heart and Soul Magazine Enrichment Partner Speaker and social media strategist, Katrina McGee. Hey, Katrina.
Hello.
Hello.
I love your hair. I know that has nothing to do with our conversation, but I thought I'd just start off by saying that.
Thank you. This is recent, so I need the positive affirmation.
Oh, good. You look beautiful.
Yeah, we're all about positive affirmations here. And speaking of positivity, your website, Loving on Me, it actually started out as a personal blog for you back in 2002, but now it's like taken on a whole international movement. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I started it in September 2012 after leaving a job I loved with very little direction about what to do next. And trying to figure out, what I was going to do with my life, I realized that one of the things that I was struggling with was learning to accept myself as I was while I try to be better. And I thought, I'm going to really work on that. So I started this personal blog, and it really was just the journey that I was on. And all of a sudden, women were connecting with me saying, hey, that's my story too, or that's what I struggle with. And pretty soon it became a global movement where women from over 100 countries had come in and said, you know what, I'm about that. I'm on board. I want to be a part of the tribe that is learning to love themselves as they are and then loving themselves enough to want to be better at the same time.
Oh, I love that.
It's amazing, especially because it's something, I guess, universally that can speak to all women, because no matter what cultures we're going through, we're probably all going through the same things, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because it has nothing to do with socioeconomic status, ethnicity, education. We all struggle with it, and it's an everyday intentional thing. You have to say, I am going to be loving on me, because otherwise life throws stuff at you and you're constantly battling. And if you don't learn to love and accept yourself as you are, you will always be living up or down with somebody else's standards and expectations.
Absolutely.
Strong word.
We always talk about actually loving ourselves, but what are some things that we can do to get that process started?
Well, the crazy thing is we always think it's like treats, going to the spa, going to get a mani-pedi, spending time alone. But really, loving on me is an everyday intentional act. It is a mindset.
Okay.
That I am going to love myself just like God made me, and I'm going to love myself enough to want to be better. And that's, a hard balance. And so it requires that we feed ourselves with daily positive affirmations, that we learn to accept the things about ourselves that we may not like, but be honest enough with ourselves to say, hey, this is something I got to work on to change. And it also is just that, I am going to defy the status quo. I am not going to be bound by anyone else's standards of beauty or expectations about what my life should be. I'm going to decide those things for myself and go for it no matter what.
I love that. And a part of going for it is by starting your day off with an injection of positivity, right? I know you like to say that on your blog. Can you give us some examples of injecting that positivity into your day in the morning?
It's really great. Most of us jump out of bed and we start off kind of positive, and we can go along the day until we run into people. It's crazy, or that, do things to kind of throw us off track. And that's why I'm a big proponent of spending 5 minutes each morning reading something positive, an affirmation, an inspiration, a daily dose that just injects something into your spirit that you can meditate on throughout the day. That way, when people start getting on your nerves or rub you the wrong way, get exhausted, you can pull that out, and instead of going to the negative, reaffirm the positive in your life.
That is so great. Now, you're doing something really amazing to commemorate your 1-year anniversary by giving back. So who are you working with? Tell us about that.
One of the things that I'm really big on is when you learn to love yourself. Love just has a way of overflowing in your life, and you love other people genuinely and want to do something to make the world a better place. And so the first cause that we have adopted at Loving on Me is hunger, and there is a local food pantry here that is run by a dynamic individual. And what I love about it, love about the pantry, is they have a red carpet, and all of the people who come in to get help walk the red carpet. They get a grocery cart, and they get to shop in the pantry. so they retain their dignity and respect. And it's not just about feeding them physically, it's about feeding their spirit.
Oh.
I had a day where we went out and did a day of service for Loving on Me, and I had about 100 people come out and join us, and we helped pack boxes, we helped people carry their groceries to the car. We just really shared the love that we were feeling for ourselves with other people. And then on our one-year anniversary, we were so delighted to give them a $5,000 contribution to feed families throughout the holidays. And, you know, I really think that when we love ourselves, when we can band together in passionate purpose, there is just nothing that we can't do.
I love that. And there's actually, speaking of that, there's a blog post on your website called Don't Tell Us What We Can't Do. And I read that this morning and I thought it was awesome because you talked about a boss that was just rude and mean, and you, no matter what he told you, you found the power to kind of move on and make something of yourself.
Yeah, girl, you tried to tell me what to do with my life. I mean, it's funny now because really there are moments where I just want to mail him my resume. This is what happened. But, you know, I think we have that all the time in life. You know, we have this zany, crazy idea about what could be. And there are 1,000 people that will tell you it cannot happen. And I think sometimes we have to learn to mute the voices around us and listen for that inner voice inside of us that knows our purpose, our plan, what we should be doing, and learn to trust our instincts, so that we're not living the life that someone else created or believing, but that we still believe in miracles in our own life and in the impossible and the improbable.
Really awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously. Now, you have 3 takeaway lessons from Loving on Me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are 3 basic principles that really just go throughout this journey of loving on me. The first one is that I am enough.
Amen.
You know, if more of us just realized that we were whole and complete by ourselves, that when we were created that we were that way. So when we're looking for a mate, we're not looking for our other half. We're looking for another whole and complete person because we are enough by ourselves to fulfill our passions, purposes, and plans. The second thing is I can choose my path even when I can't change my circumstances. Now, this is huge for us as women because sometimes we give away our power.
Yes, unfortunately, we do.
So if we embrace the power of choice, you know, that every day I choose, and I have as many options as I'm willing to live with the consequences, it opens up this whole other part of life because we realize we're not in bondage. We're actually free to make different choices.
Really awesome, Katrina. Thank you. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. I wish we had more time to talk to you, but commercials are taking over. Thank you so much. If you want more, you can learn more about Katrina at lovingonme.com.